Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be a fall festival book tag. So I got this idea from my sweet friend Marianne on Instagram. I will link her Instagram below, but she sent me a fun video idea that she wanted me to film, and this has been like sometime in October, and I'm just now getting to it, but it is such a great idea. I hope y'all will do this. Feel free to do this tag. I know I've got Christmas decor in the back, but I mean, it's November and we're still in the harvest season, so we can do this tag. Christmas decor is only here for Vlogmas, so there you go. But yeah, so I think this will be a really fun tag, and let's just go ahead and jump into the questions. It's very short, so if you're needing a good video idea for November, this is it. This is it, y'all. So, you're just gonna choose. I'll put everything in the description. I'll have to type it up. So in this tag, there's only 4 questions, and each one has multiple choice answers, and you just pick one, and you can have a book that matches your choice, whether it's the cover, whether you've read it or not, or what the content that's in the book. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You'll see what I mean. So choose your favorite of each one in this question. So 1 is our festival location. So are you gonna pick Main Street, City Park, a country farm, or a town square? Now, y'all already know what my answer is, don't you? The country farm. We are in the country farm, honey. And I looked at my shelves trying to figure out what would this need to be. It's hard. Some of these was hard, y'all. So the first question, I have got 3 books here to talk about that are a country farm setting, I want to say. So the first is Where the Road Bends by Rachel Fordham. I love this book. I give it 5 stars. I will talk about it in my historical recommendations video that comes out in the next week or so. But, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but this is set in 1880 Iowa, and it's all about Nora King and this guy Quincy. So Nora is surveying her family's property, and she ends up finding this guy Quincy on her family's land. And she's pretty much the only one there. She's trying to keep her family's land. She's behind on mortgage payments, but she ends up finding this guy Quincy, and she ends up taking him in, nursing him back to health because he's pretty much passed out on the farmland. And he finds out that she is like supposed to be married to this guy. I think Jake. I think his name was Jake. Whatever. But to keep her family farmland, she was supposed to be married to this other man, and she really doesn't want anybody to know that she's trying to nurse Quincy back to health. And so things kind of go on where she ends up getting him nursed back to health. He leaves quietly, but somehow everybody found out that, I mean, it's a small town, so everybody found out that he was there. And so the guy that was supposed to marry her says, hey, I ain't marrying you no more. And she loses her property, and her life goes crazy, spirals down. And so she ends up just having to leave her property and her farmland. But Quincy ends up finding out everything that happened and tries to find her, and the story goes on from there. So it's the best way I can explain this story, but I'll talk a little bit more about it in that video. But this is such a great historical romance. I love the romance in this. I don't know, there's just something about it. I really liked the guy Quincy when I read this earlier this year. I give it 5 stars. I haven't talked a lot about it on my channel, but it really is just a great read. And y'all, I found this, y'all saw in my vlog, I found this for 50 cents at the library. Hey, the library sale. We love a good library sale. So yeah, and you can kind of see her farmland in the back too. So her farmland means the most to her because it's part of her family. It's so important, and that's a big part of the story. So yeah, this is the one I picked for that. And then, of course, I picked Secrets of Ember Wild. I read this recently. I give it 3.5 stars. Enjoyed it relatively well. It was kind of cliche, and there's some things I liked and things I didn't, but it was still a good story. And I'm not going to talk too much about this because I've already talked a lot about this, like in a vlog and our reviews and everything. This is set in 1905, Mississippi. We've got this girl, Nora Fenton. Her dad passes away because everything we have is a lie. And so he dies. She don't know what the lie was. Like, everything they have was built on a lie, I guess. And she's trying to figure out what's the lie, you know, what's going on. And there's all these details of her training horses and stuff. And then, like, her uncle comes in, and there's all this drama with him. And then this guy comes in, Silas, and he's coming in to figure out the mystery of his father's death. Are those 2 characters involved? Like, is Silas and Nora, is their family involved somehow? Are they tied to his father's death? We don't know. That's pretty much a short version. And this is set on Emberwild Farm, so that's why I picked this one. And then I picked this one because I've not talked about this, but have y'all read this? Let me know. I picked this up at our local Christian bookstore one time, and I've just not been compelled to pick it up. I tried to support our Christian bookstore. It's a very small store. First of all, look at this cover, y'all. Hey. It says it's set on her brother-in-law's Kentucky farm, and that's it. So, I don't know. If any place on God's earth was designed to help one heal, it is Meadowland. Surely here, at her brother-in-law's Kentucky farm, Rose and her daughters can recover from the events of the recent past, the loss of her husband during the 1918 influenza epidemic, her struggle with tuberculosis that required a stay at a sanatorium, and her girl's experience in an orphanage during her illness. At Meadowland, past troubles become rich soil in which faith can grow. Dirk Meadows may have opened his home to the late brother's widow and her girls. He keeps his heart tightly closed. The roots of his pain run deep, and the evidence of it is written across his face. Badly scarred by a fire and abandoned by the woman he loved, Dirk fiercely guards his heart from being hurt again, but it may be that his visitors bring light back into his world and unlock the secret to true healing. I'm glad I picked that up. I mean, that synopsis sounds like it'd be really good. Y'all let me know. Have you read this? I'd love to know, because I've just not been compelled to pick it up, but the synopsis does sound really good, does it not? Yeah. So it does say it's set on a Kentucky farm, and that's why I picked it. So, hey, yeah, so our festival location, we had a Kentucky farm, y'all. And question number 2, beverage stand. So what you gonna be picking at the beverage stand? The pumpkin spice coffee, the apple cider, the chai tea, the hot chocolate. Now, y'all know I'm a pumpkin spice girl, but I didn't have no answers on this, so we're moving on. Apple cider was the only one I had, because I have Apple Cider Slaying by Julianne Lindsay. And I said I was going to read this in November, and I forgot totally to put this on my TBR. So, hey, maybe I'll get to it. I really wanted to read this because Miriam loved this so much. Caitlin at Pride and Paperback has talked about this. I need to read this. And it's only 3 books in this series. Cozy mysteries are usually big series, but this is only 3 books. The publisher decided not to renew and after the 3rd book, unfortunately, but there is 3 books. And hey, that's not too daunting. So, first of all, I said apple cider because look at this. Do y'all see the ring light is reflecting? But it's a cider shop. It's an apple cider shop. We are here. We are here. This is set in West Virginia. Smith Orchards, Winnie and her granny's beloved 25-acre farm and family business. Yes, ma'am. So the family business is struggling. They're trying to drum up business with the first annual Christmas at the Orchard. Hey, this will be good to read right now. A good old-fashioned holiday festival with enough delicious draw to satisfy apple picking locals and cider-loving tourists alike, until the whole endeavor takes a sour turn when the body of Nadine Cooper, Granny's longtime grudge-holding nemesis, is found lodged in the apple press. Uh-oh, that ain't good. I don't know that I've read the synopsis till just now. I did not know Granny's friend is lodged in the apple press. That's not good for the business. Winnie is hard-pressed to prove her innocence before the real killer delivers another murder. I'm dead. I got to pick this up. And it's like Christmas vibes, obviously. What am I saying? So, I was supposed to pick this up. I need to. So, that's what we picking for beverage stand. That apple cider, because we got the apple cider murder book. And then we got question number 3 is the food booth. What you eating at the food booth at the festival, honey? Are you eating a pumpkin pie, the candy apples, or a caramel apple? That's, you know, hey. Spice wafers, or are you eating peach cobbler? You could say, if you didn't want peach cobbler, like cinnamon rolls or something like that. Hey, girl. For this, I ended up picking peach cobbler because I didn't have nothing for anything else. But, yeah, I've got several books here that most of these I ain't read. I've only read one of these. But I picked it because they're all in bakeries. So why not? I've been really wanting to read this cozy mystery, Meet Your Baker. Look at this. This is a really long series. I'm pretty sure. I think it is. So, yeah, we see some cinnamon rolls. Is that cinnamon rolls? I think it is. Yep. We see cinnamon rolls, muffins, pies, all the works. So that goes. I ain't gonna read the synopsis on that. Then we have these 3 Jenny Colgan books. that I've not read. But like, this is a cafe, cupcake cafe. We love desserts, all the good things. Then we have Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe and Christmas at Little Beach Street Bakery. Like, y'all, the vibes on these covers got me feeling some type of way. Hey, yes ma'am. So you know that there's probably some recipes. Is there any recipes in this? Hey, there is. We got some recipes in the bag. Hey, some twists, hot chocolate, all the good things is in the back of this one. Let's see. Y'all, I'm getting hungry. I'll have to eat some lunch after this. Is there any? There ain't no recipe in this one, I don't see. I think I got another book that's told in recipes. I don't remember. Is it this one? Yeah. So this has recipes throughout. So Nutella cookie, not going to work Nutella cookies. Cupcake Cafe, coffees. I mean, what are y'all saying? I mean, pear upside down cake. Yeah. Perfect little books. I love bakery books. Speaking of which, I have read this one, 2 parts sugar, 1 part murder. I talked about this recently. And yes, immediately yes. This has like some really good recipes in the back too. Thumbprint cookies, apple turnovers. So there we go. There is a fall recipe right there. Apple turnovers. We can make that. And then some zucchini bread. I ain't making that, but you know, that'd probably be good too. And then there was all talking about all these things she's making in this. This is a really great cozy mystery. It's one of my favorites I've read so far. If you haven't seen my review, I will link the video where I talked about this in depth, but it has this really fun English Mastiff dog named Baby, and I just love it. So yeah, love this book. And so then we have question number 4, which is the last question, and it's called Fall Activity. So what fall activity y'all doing at the festival? Let me know. Are you going to be painting or carving pumpkins? That's one option. Scarecrow Building, pumpkin picking, like at the pumpkin patch, or are you going on a hayride? And so, honey, I was struggling on this one, but the only thing that was coming to my mind was like these Becky Wade books. Becky Wade, these are the only ones. Like this one, I know is set in the fall, but I can't remember if they had any fall details like hayrides or anything. But look at the leaves. I mean, this is the perfect book to read in the fall. I will link the video where I talked about this. Full review, 5 stars, loved it. And then stay with me. This is the first Becky Wade that I ever read. And in this, it's even though it's set in the summer, it goes into the fall, and we have like a fall fun fest or a fall festival. And I think Sam, the main guy in this, is doing something with hayrides or something. I can't remember exactly the details, but I want to say there was something about hayrides in this. And a fall fun fest. So yeah, but this is just a beautiful story, y'all. You ain't read it, y'all you got to read this. It's just beautiful. A beautiful story. One of my favorite couples of all time. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, that's it for this tag. Let me know what's your answers. The questions are in the description. Y'all tell me everything about the fall festival that y'all be doing. Any books? Have you read any of these books? Any discussions y'all want to have in the comments is welcome. I hope that you will do this tag if you have a channel. I'm not going to tag anybody specifically because I just want to see whoever wants to do this, do it. I know that this, you know, there's all kinds of videos. People are working on Vlogmas content and everything. So if you need a November video, this is it, like I said. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you, Marianne, for this awesome video idea. Girl, we loved it. Love to see it. Love a good fall festival. And I hope y'all are having a great day whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.